Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Honestly, I've missed you. I miss making video for you guys. Like, honestly, I'm so excited to make video for you, and I'm gonna try like these upcoming weeks from now on. I'm gonna try to upload at least 4 videos a week or 5 videos a week. So just stay tuned and share this video, like this video, and also the most important part is to subscribe to the channel, guys. I need you. I need your support, guys. So I beg you, guys. I'm gonna give you some seconds, right? Just click on the bottom. Just all right, guys. So let's just start. Okay, let's start. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about the second part of our last video, and I'm gonna play a lot on my structure. This is just a summary of what we're gonna do. So according to my location that I'm building my building, so the most important loads that you have to consider, we have the dead loads or the dead loads. So the dead load is how can I say, it's the permanent loads on the structure. On these pictures, the dead load is the material that's the construct, or like you can see the structure has been built, right? So all of this material that they use, don't mind about the structure on top. I'm just showing the dead load. So all of this structure, this material that's composed this frame, the dead load. So dead load, the safe way is the weight of the building. It can move. It can be changed. You know what I'm saying? So it's not movable. You know what I mean? It's a permanent. Okay. So this is the first one that we have to consider. All of the load, dead load, live loads, there will be they'll be applied downward. So downward means gravity. Okay. So gravity. So all of the load that you have to apply should be downward. Okay. We also have the safe weight. We also have the safe weights, the safe weight of the material. So the safe weight of the material, how can I explain to you? Most of the time in structure, in the code that I'm using, the structure that I'm using, I'm gonna take negative. Like negative is downwards. I'm gonna take negative 1.004, and so the safe weight is like it's just the model, like it's the safe weight of the structure. Automatic, it's gonna this value that I'm gonna use gonna calculate all of the weight of this building times the value that I'm gonna input, negative 1.04. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these forces gonna be multiplied by negative 1.04. So you have to make sure that this is really included in your structure. Otherwise, we're gonna have like a little bit of inclination or maybe crack when there's a earthquake, or maybe when there's live loads, and when there's excessive live load, or there's huge amount of dead loads. Okay, so and then also we have the wind loads in both direction, x direction and y direction. We also have the earthquake. So the earthquake, most of all, is about the mass of the building, right? And it's almost at the eccentricity of the building, like on these columns. So the earthquake gonna be observed at this point, like this middle, in both positive direction, in positive way and negative way, right? So we're gonna have 4 eccentricity of of earthquake. So let's just start. Okay. So this is the place that we left last time. Like let me just activate the view. So we finished designing everything. Like you can see all of the structure, all of the materials being designed, right? And we use the wall, right? So use the shear wall in every extremity. Okay. So now the most important part is we're gonna do. We have to define the loads. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go on top. I'm gonna find load. Click on the load. Okay, and then under the load, I'm gonna click on static load cases. Okay, and I've defined already, but I can do it again. I can just click on it. Let me just show you an example, but you have to repeat the same process. Like let's say for the dead loads, let me delete dead load. I'm gonna click on it and then go and delete. So here on top, static load cases, I'm gonna write the shortcut, the abbreviation of dead loads, DL. And then the type of the dead load should be under, just click on the type and then look for dead loads. Just click and look for dead load. It should be on top, should be the first one, the second one. And here, just click on add, all right? We can see we have another additional loads, okay? We can repeat the same for the live loads. You can see the abbreviation is LL. The wind X means wind load in X direction. Let me just enlarge this part. WY means the wind load in what direction. We have APA, like EPY means earthquake in positive eccentricity in Y direction, in X direction, and here is negative in X direction, positive in X direction, negative in Y direction, positive in Y direction. So we have 4 different type of seismic. Seismic is about mass on the building. Okay, so just keep it in your minds, otherwise you're gonna get lost. Okay, so this is the second. This is the first part. So I'm gonna cross it because I defined it already. So the second of all, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna apply my live load. I mean, the safe weight of the building, the number that you have to multiply of the overall weight of the building, right? To prevent some crack, to prevent some to prevent the building to collapse because of the error, the small mistake, small error. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go again on load, safe weight. I'm gonna click on self weight. Okay, and here in Z direction should be elevation. So Z direction, and it should be positive because of the gravity. Okay, so just remember it should be in Z direction, and I'm gonna take negative 1.04. Okay, so this value can change according to the code that you're using. I'm using you can use any type of code according to your location. You can use Indian code, you can use American code, you can use international code like European code, right? And we can use I think African codes use international. I think international most of the time I use international code. So I'm gonna click on Z direction. I'm gonna impose the value negative 1.04. Then I'm gonna click on add. Okay, and then after that it's over. You don't need to do any other thing. Just close the value. Now we have to define. Now you have to define the remaining loads. Okay, so I'm gonna go on loads. Let me just do this first. And here on the left corner, on the right corner, you're gonna see assign flow load. Click on this arrow, and here on the first assignment, like the first here, just click on define flow load type. Click on it. It's kind of lagging, so keep waiting, guys. Sorry. Okay, so now it's coming, sorry. So here, before click on this part, you have to make sure the units and the load that you're gonna import should be in identical units. Okay, so I'm gonna use pounds, inches. Okay, so you can just click, first of all, if you wanna change the units, as I said in the previous video, just close this, just close, and then change here, you can change the unit here. You can change the units according to your projects. Okay, so first of all, so for this building, so let's just zoom. Let's understand the building. Okay, so we have how many stories? So I'm gonna consider the first floor to be a story. Okay, so I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So I have 7 stories. So I have 7 floors, and the top floor that I have is a roof. Okay, so I have floors, like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors. Okay, and the last floor, the top floor here is the roof. Okay, so I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna write. I don't wanna click anything. I'm gonna just write flow load. The name is flow load. Description. I won't put anything though. And I only have live loads. Okay, let me just click dead load first, and also I have live loads. I have live loads. Okay. And here. I'm gonna have negative. Dead load should be a little bit less than live load. It will be. So for the dead loads, I'm gonna take let's say how much can I take? Let me take negative 25. And for the live loads, negative means downwards, don't forget. A negative let's say 45, okay? Then I'm gonna add it, okay? And here I'm gonna have also roof roof loads, roof loads. And here on the roof should be a little bit less than the floor. So for the roof, I'm gonna take, for the dead load, I'm gonna take -10, and for the live load, I'm gonna take -20, -20. Okay, you might ask me why the dead load is less than live load on the roof, because on the roof, this roof can be considered as, let's say, playground, like people can have a party on top of it. Like if you check my video, right, I usually trying to customize my rooftop to be like a open ground surface where you can have where you can relax, you can have some activity going on. Okay, so I don't want it to be boring, like a roof, put just a roof and then, oh no, I just wanna like customize all of the space um and have something fun going on there. Okay, so I'm gonna click on here. This is for the roof. I'm gonna click on OK. All right, and then I'm gonna close it. All right, so our second step is to apply dead load and live loads. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here then, I'm gonna go on assign flow loads. I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna click on assign flow loads for the second part. I mean the second option, and now it's my time to apply. Just listen up. It's my time to apply the live loads on each floor and each roof. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I can change the view to, okay, to the roof. Let's just go here. Let's just go here. Let me click on nodes. Okay, so first of all, it should be the first one. I'm gonna start with the roof. I'm gonna just click on the roof floor, and it should be a two-way slab. I explained the previous video, in the last video last time. And it should be in the global Z, so it should be downward. Okay, and now I can just click on this empty space. Now I can start applying the loads on the roof first of all. So now we have our loads on the roof. Okay, and then now I can repeat the roof. Okay, because it's gonna be a little bit harder. So the first method, okay, me I know how to like to manage my time, right? So I can just apply the load here, the dead load here, and live load on this floor, and then I can just copy to the remaining floors, right? But in this video, I'm gonna go slowly so you understand step by step. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select these parts. Like you can take any view that you want, okay, and then come here, select with window. I'm gonna activate this part, and I will come here on the top. We have activate, we have inactivate. So I'm gonna go and activate only this part, the first floor. Then I'm gonna change the view to this view. Okay, so now I can manipulate the first floor because it's no more complicated, right? So what I'm gonna do here, I will go on again here. I'm gonna change the load type. It should be flow load. Okay, and now I mean two-way should be two-way slab. Okay, and then global Z. I won't change anything there, and then I'm gonna click. Okay, so before I click, okay, just I'm gonna give a reminder. I can copy because I've many. If you have a lot of floors, right, and if they have identical loads like live load and dead load, you can just copy the loads. Just come here. You can just copy the load in like you can just first of all select the loads, like apply the load first, okay? Then you can copy this load from here. You can copy in Z direction if you want. You can copy in Z direction and just specify the distance. Let's say uh, they give an example. I can just say if you have 10 floor, you can put 10 floor and then you can put 12 meter or the height of each building, right? So you can do that. You can do like this and you can apply, right? But I'm gonna just go one by one. It's much better for you to understand. So everything is the same. But if you have a tall building with many floors, it's just better to do this. And if they have the same live load and dead load, it's better to use copy, right? So, and then I'm gonna go here again. I'm gonna activate. Let me just go and activate. I'm gonna come here, activate all. I can just change again this flow, the other flow. I can just go again on the window. select window and repeat the same process, and activate, change the flow, or change the flow. Change the view, sorry, change the view, and then it should be the same identical flow loads, and then click on this empty space, then apply, and then apply. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same for the remaining parts. So the last flow should be this one, this part, this part, and this part. Okay, so now I can activate. So if I activate everything, like activate all, right, as you can see, if I change the view to, and click here, then change the view to right view. So if I change the view to the right view, you can see all of the flow. That the green description means you apply the flow. So I apply the flow load here, the flow load, the flow. So the first flow, I apply the flow load. Second flow, I apply the flow load. The third flow load. Until this flow, I apply the flow load, and then the top one, I apply a roof. Okay, and they're gonna have the value that I defined before I apply it, right? Do you remember it? So just make sure to define first of all the load and then apply. Okay. All right. So now the remaining one is the wind load and seismic loads, right? So let's start with the wind load. So I'm gonna just close this part. I don't want this part anymore because I finished applying the dead loads and the live loads. So let me change the view. So this is our view. Let me undisplay this. So you can just go on works here and then click on what is our live load here, and then right click on it and then undisplay. No, display first, display, and then undisplay. Okay. So now the next one, it's really important. You have to understand this part. Is the wind load. So the wind load acts on each flow. So we have to make sure that the computer knows that this how can I say, this structure has a specific amount of flow. Okay, now I don't know the computer. I know that my flow has 7 or 8 flow. Okay, but the computer doesn't know how many flow my building contains. Okay, so how to do is to just go on structure, go on control data, and then go on story, click on story. Okay, and then can generate the story. Just go on auto generate. Just make sure it's story, it's not wind. This is the wind. We don't need, just go on okay, both okay. You can just go on story or winds, but I should go on story and then just auto generate. Auto generates. We have 6 floor, and then we have 7 floor. We have this, the 7th floor is considered to be a roof. Okay, let's click on OK. Now we have let's go on the wind. It's gonna be the same, right? But there's a problem here. There's a problem. This number on top should be 0. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna translate. So it's 15, right? It's 15. So let me translate it to 15. Otherwise, this number, the first number on the first floor should start at 0, not at 15. Okay. So I'm gonna just close this part. I will select everything. Let's just let me select everything. Select all. Then I'm gonna go node element, and then I'm gonna translate it. I'll go and move instead of copy, and in this one should be in what direction? X direction. Let me just change it in what direction. Let's go on, it was 15, right? Let's go and see if it's 15. It was 15, right? It should be y direction. Let me do this first. Okay, so let's just do this. Let me see how can I translate this. I think the translate is better. The translate is better. So let me just go here. I'm gonna remove this one to 0. Let me translate in Z direction. Because if I don't translate it, the computer, like if I go back on the property, I mean on the structure, structure data basement story. So if I don't translate it to 15 here, the computer, the wind load or the computer will consider the wind loads to set at the basements. So the computer will think this is the basements, okay? So that's why I need to consider this one. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna translate it. I'm gonna select everything again. Then in Z direction, I'm gonna take 15, 15, right? And then I'm gonna move it. So I'm gonna translate it. So you know how I did, right? The same process. So I'm gonna just translate it at 15 inches. So click on OK. All right, so it's been going up in Z direction, positive Z direction. Then I'm gonna go again on the structure, control data, and then story. Now I'm gonna update it. So I'm gonna just go on auto generation story. I'm gonna click on OK. Now it's set at 0. Now it's okay. Now I can start applying. I can start applying the wind loads. Okay, now it's better. So this is the really important process that you have to put in your mind, right? Otherwise, you're gonna get a little bit lost, right? If you don't do it. Okay, so I'm gonna close it, and I'm gonna close the translate. The three. I'm gonna close these parts. Okay. So now it's our time to start with wind loads. Okay, so I will go on loads, and under loads here, I'll look for wind loads. I'll click on wind loads, and I will go on load case, and then click on add. All right, this window is more complicated to use hand calculation, but this computer gives us the opportunity of displaying all of the loads. So the computer can calculate its loads just by including some detail that you need to apply. Okay, so look, for the wind load, so the first case, it's gonna be wind load in X direction. The code that I'm gonna use Euro code. Okay, and for the national annex, I'm gonna take Singapore. Okay, and for the friction coefficients, I'm gonna take 0. For the basic wind velocity, I'm gonna take 20 m over s. Okay. For the direction factor, it should be the same. For the seasonal factor, I'm gonna take the same. For the building height, so my building height is 1.0 inches. So I'll modify anything here, but if I have additional winds, I can add it here, but I don't have any additional wind. But the most important here, because I'm doing wind loads in X direction, right, I will take 1, and Y direction should be 0, okay? And then I'm gonna add it. No, this added is for the additional loads, additional wind that I don't want. Just then close it. Just make sure you change X direction to 1 and Y direction to 0. And if you don't have space, here, you can just click here. You can just click. Sorry guys for the noise. Let me do this. Let me disconnect my app. Sorry guys for the noise. All right, so okay, so here, after changing everything, you can see how the load profile can look like. This is the load profile. So you can see in X direction we have loads for each floor, for the second floor, for the third floor, for the fourth floor. The ground floor I didn't apply in loads, right? It should be this is why I translate the nodes, right? So I need the load to start at the first floor or second floor. Okay, we have ground floor. We have second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor, and sixth floor, and also the roof. We also have the wind loads. But if I go in Y direction, it's empty because I'm applying wind load in X direction. Okay, so let me just close everything. Then now I can click on apply. Okay, don't forget to just click on apply. Okay, now I've wind load in X direction. I can change now to the second load that I'm gonna apply is wind load in what direction. I'm gonna keep the same data the way it was, but here I'm gonna change X direction to 0 and Y direction to 1. And if you wanna check the profile, just click on wind load profile. We see in Y direction we have loads, but in X direction we don't have any wind loads. Okay, so I'm gonna click on close and then click on OK because we would have more wind loads. So I'm gonna just click on OK. Now we have two. We have X direction and Y direction wind loads, and then I'm gonna close it. And then here on the work menu, just go on the work menu, just go on the wind loads, and then click on wind loads and display, and then click here and then display. You will see, let me change the view. This is our wind loads. For the second floor, we have 6.6. Second floor, we have 72.6, 75.3, 78.0, 78.0, and for the roof, we have 39.0. You can see that on the roof, the wind load is too small, okay? And what direction? It's going what direction? Let's see how it's gonna look like. Display, this what direction. You can see also, even if in one direction also, the wind loads on the roof is immense compared to other floor, okay? All right, so this how can do the wind loads. So this how can do the wind load. So the second part that we have, let me just display this and display. So the next load that we have is the seismic load. So the seismic load just the mass of the load. So we have to convert our safe weight. Remember the safe weight to mass. All right. So I'm gonna go here on here in structure. So as I said, I'm gonna go on the structure here, and let me go on structure type. I'll convert let me just convert first of all the safe weight into mass. So the safe weight into mass in X and Y direction because I'm using X and Y direction. Okay, then I'm gonna click on OK. So this is the first step. So I just convert this value, the negative 1.04 to masses. But I need also to change the live load and the dead loads into masses. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go on load tab, and then let's see. I need to convert the load forces, the live load that I applied before and the dead load that I applied before into masses. So I'm going to look for a load to mass. I'm going to click on load to mass here. Load to mass, beam to mass, flow to mass. Everything should be in everything, right? I can just select everything just to make sure. It doesn't matter even if you don't select everything, it's going to be automatic selected. It should be in XY direction. And here I'm gonna take let's say dead load, and the factor should be 1. I'm gonna add it, and then for the live loads it should be less than the dead loads. All right, because the live load can change, or it's not permanent, it can change, right, according to the time, but the dead loads, it should be there, right? So that's why it should be a little bit higher than the mass of the dead load should be higher than the live loads. Okay, so for the live loads, I will take let's say half, this is 0.3. Okay, let's just take 0.45. It's better, and then I'm gonna just add it. Okay, so this means that this is the factor. This factor gonna help me to convert the dead loads, live loads into masses. Okay, then after adding everything, I'm gonna just click on OK. Then you can see all of the load that we apply change to masses. Okay, in order for us to apply this the seismic load. Okay, so this is the second thing that we have to do, or the first thing you have to do before you apply seismic loads. Okay, now we have masses. Now you can just apply the dead loads. You have to apply also the seismic loads in 4 direction. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go again here on loads, seismic loads. Okay, add. Okay, the first load case, is the APU. Let's start with the positive one. Earthquake, eccentricity in what direction? Positive. Okay. Okay, let's see some details. So let's see some value that we have to change. What should I change here? The seismic load code should be Euro codes. The national annex should be Singapore. Uh, The important factor should be 1.4, or I'll keep the way it is. The structure, let's just do this. Okay, for the structure parameters, let's do this first. So for the structure parameters, in X direction, I'm gonna put 1. Because we are using Y direction we are using Y direction, I'm gonna put 0 here on X direction, and all of them should be positive because we are using positive. Y direction should be positive, and both of them should be positive. X and Y should be positive. Don't put one on positive and one on negative. It should be both on positive, but we are using Y direction. That's why we put X 0, and then we have a Y. We have value on Y. Then we can add it. This is for additional seismic load. We don't have it. We don't want it. We don't want it. Let's do this because we don't have enough space. Let me do this, and then click on next. Then click on OK. Because I don't have space, right? Okay. So here, when I do this, I click here because if I just okay, if I wanna click on seismic load profile, I don't have any option to click it because the screen is too small. For everybody's account, the same problem. So what I usually do, I usually just click on here on this part, and then I click it. Then just use your keyboard. Use your keyboard, the down arrow. Just click on it, and then you can see it become on add, and then click again. The first part is, the first become seismic load profile on apply, okay, and then click on enter. Now we have this the first seismic load. Now we can change the second one. We can take positive in X direction. Positive in X direction. It's gonna have the same parameters, but it should be in X direction. We're gonna have 1 here and then 0 here. Just change the parameter. Then I'm gonna click here just to be able to click on OK. So I'll click here and here. Let me see. It's on seismic. It's on OK. 1, 2. It's on OK again. I can apply OK. It's OK, no problem. Okay, let me repeat again. Let me add another one. Singapore. I apply already in both positive, but Y in X direction. So now I can go negative Y, and then it should be Singapore and Y direction. So since it's negative, I'm gonna change the accidental eccentricity to negative, and we are using Y direction, so X should have 0. Since I can access these parts, so let me just click here on, and then go here and here. Let's see where we. Let me go here. Again, 1. Now let's do this. Just do this. Click, and here. Onto. It's okay, it doesn't matter. I can repeat the same, then just finish it. Sometimes it's tricky because we have enough space. Even if you want to change, like you want to arrange the screen to fit into auto fits, it doesn't fit right. That's why you have to be more careful. So I'm gonna just add another one. I'll add the negative earthquake positive negative in what direction? In X direction. Okay, in X direction, Singapore, and since it's negative here, both of them should be negative, and we are using X, so X should have 1 point, and click on OK, and then let's repeat the same. Okay, this is X direction, negative X direction. It's on Y we don't have anything because you're using eccentricity negative in X direction. Okay, and you can see we have both X and Y direction. This doesn't matter. Okay, then just close it and then click on, let's see where we are. Let's click on, I need okay. I need okay, I need okay. Apply it, okay, doesn't matter. And then I can just close it. You can just close this. Okay. Now I have the earthquake. I mean the seismic load. Okay. I've seismic load in both negative and positive eccentricity in X and Y direction. Okay. Now I have all of everything that I want for my building to see how much load my building can withstand without collapsing. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So let's do this. Let's display first and then undisplay it. Okay, undisplay it. And then let's change the view and then let's display X direction. I mean earthquake positive in X direction. Now you can see the value of the earthquake on each floor. You can see the eccentricity of each column. All right, so this is how the earthquake works. Okay, so in the next video, I'm gonna show how to analyze and how to see how much capacity your building can hold, and how to reinforce all of the concrete according to the force that you got, and how to assume the wall, because we don't have the wall on this building, on this structure. We don't have the wall yet. It's just like a structure, like the skeleton of the building. We need the wall. We have to include the force of the wall on this structure, and then after that we can finalize our structure. So just make sure to join the community by sharing this video, by liking this video, and also the most important part is to subscribe, guys. I need you guys. Share the video, guys. Like, subscribe, guys. I beg you guys. So see you in the next one. Bye bye.